Hey, hello and welcome to today's GFG problem. The day hope you're doing well. So let's see today's problem. Rotate by 90 degree. Okay. So what the problem is saying is we'll be given a square matrix of size n into n. The task is to rotate it by 90 degrees in anti-clockwise direction without using any extra space. Okay. So what the expectation is? So this is the given matrix n by n, and we want to rotate the matrix by 90 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. That is in this direction. Okay. So if you see, for example, so how the matrix will look like after rotating. So this particular row, if you consider, right? So 3 to 1, right? So 1 will fall here, 2 and 3, right? Similarly, this will fall like this, right? So how it will look like 4, 5 and 6. This particular row, it will fall like this. So 7, 8 and 9. Okay. So this is the expectation. Okay. By the problem. Okay. So let's see how can you solve this one. So whenever, for example, if there is you want to rotate the matrix in some angle, right? Be it clockwise or anti-clockwise, then mostly it is there are two steps involved. Okay, one is reverse and second is transpose. Okay, so using these two steps we can achieve the expectation of the problem. Okay, so for example, in this particular case it is the first step will be reverse. So what is the reverse? You want to reverse each row basically. So how it will look like, for example, the first row, right? 1 2 3, it will look like this: 3 2 1. We have to reverse each row: 6 5 4. Okay, 6 5 4, 9 8 and 7. Okay, so this is the first step. After first step, the matrix looks like this. Okay. So what you've done, we have reversed each row. Okay. So this is the first step. So along with this, let's also code. Okay, so that you'll understand better. So before go to the code, I'll request you to please subscribe to the channel, like the video. Okay, let's quickly see. Yeah. So let's take n mid dot mat dot length. Okay. Since it is n by n matrix, so column will also be the same. Okay. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n plus I. Okay. Similarly, write the follow for j equal to 0, j less than n plus j. Okay. Now, now here. So what we are doing here is we'll go by n by 2. Okay. Let me show you how like we are doing the reverse, right? In first we'll take temp, right? We are swapping basically. Okay. Mat of I and j. Mat of I and j. Mat of I and j, we are swapping basically. Okay. What we're doing? Mat of I n minus j minus 1. Okay. Let me explain this. Okay. So for example, if this was a row, right? 1 2 3. So what is this? For example, I is here. Sorry. Yeah. So let's consider this row. Okay. So what we are doing is for j equal to 0. Sorry. J equal to 0 to n by 2. Right? To n by 2. So 0 is this. Okay. And we are going only halfway through the uh, through the through the row. Okay. Now what we are saying is, what we are writing here is, okay, mat of ij, mat of ij. What we are doing? Mat of ij equal, like this we are doing, right? We are swapping. We are swapping. So this is like, yeah. So mat of I n minus j minus 1, we are saying, right? N minus j minus 1. So for example, what is n? N is 3, right? N is 3, j is 0, j is 0 and minus 1. So 2. So 2. So mat of I is 0. Okay, I is 0. So mat of 0 of 2. So what is that? Mat of 0 of 2 is what? This particular element, right? This particular element. So we are swapping. So for example, let's quickly consider this: 1 2 3 4 5. If this was the case, then what? How it would have worked? Let's quickly see. So what we are saying here is, so I, for example, I is 0 here. I is pointing to the first row, and j is also 0. First of all, j is also pointing here. Okay, so according to this formula, right, what we are saying is n minus j minus 1. What is n minus n is what? 5. The column length is 5. 5 minus j. J initially is 0 minus 1. That is 4. Okay, n minus j minus 1. So what is, so 0 1 2 3 4 4, right? So we want to swap basically. We are swapping. So how it will look like: 5 2 3 4 and 1. Okay, then we are going to increment j. J will point here now, right? And what it will be? Mat of ij again. Mat of ij is this. I is still here, right? Pointing at this particular row. Mat of ij equal to n minus j minus 1. So n is what? 5 again. J is 1 this time and minus 1, which will give us what? 5 minus 2 will give us 3. So what is that? 0 1 2 3, right? 3, this particular element. So we want to swap these elements now. How it will look like? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. And then, so in this way, just by going till the half of the row, right? We'll be achieving the reverse basically, because we are swapping the first and last element, then second, and the second last element, third, and the third last elements, and so on. Okay. So this way we are reversing the row. I hope you've got that. Now let's quickly erase all this stuff, whatever we have written. Okay, taking some time. Okay. So yeah. So for example, okay. We are done with the first step. Okay, we have reversed the rows, all the rows. Now we are left with the second step, that is transpose. Okay, now what is transpose basically? So transpose is swapping of, for example, mat of ij, swapping of the element at I and j position with the element at j and I position. Okay, j and I position. Okay, it's like this. Okay, so for example, how it works is, so we will keep these unchanged, 3, 5, and 7, because I, j here, for example, 0, 0, right? 0 and 0. So swapping, it is the same. I, j, j, I, it is the same. For example, this one as well, right? For example, this one as well. So what is this? 1 and 1. I, j, and j, I and j both are same. So like it is swapping with the same element. Similarly, this and this, right? This and this. Okay, so what we're going to do is, for this, let me write the pseudo code. So what we're going to do, for I equal to 0 to n, right? And then for j equal to I plus 1 to n. Why we're doing this? Because we want to avoid these elements. We want to avoid these elements, right? 3, 5, 7. Okay. So what we are doing is, we are going to just write this only, write this step only. Mat of ij swap with mat of ji. Okay. So how it will look like? So for example, here, for example, if when I is 0, right? When I is 0, okay, so j will be what? J will be I plus 1. So j will point here, right? J will point here. Okay, j will point here. Now what we're going to do? We're going to swap these two elements. So I of j, ij. For example, I is 0, j is 1, right? J is 1. Okay, and 1 and 0, right? 1 and 0, right? We want to do this. We want to swap this. So what is 0 of 1? 0 of 1 is this. I of 0 of 1, mat of 0 of 1 is this, right? And 1, 0 is this. That is first row, sorry, the second row and the first column. So we are going to swap here. So 6 comma 2, 6 and 2, right? Then when this I j is again incremented, right? Now j is 2. So 0 2, swap 0 2 with 0 2 with 2 0. 0 2 with 2 0. So 9 and 1. Okay, 9 and 1. Then our I will be incremented. Now j loop is finished. I will be incremented to 1. So, and j will be starting with 2. So 1 2 swap with 2 1. So what is 1 2? So 1 is this 1 and 2, right? Column 2 with 2 and 1, with row 2 and 1, right? Row 2 and column 1. So 8 and 4. So in this way, we are going to transpose the matrix. And if you see, this is what the expectation will be. This is what the expectation 369. If you see here, right? 369, 258, 147. Okay. So let me quickly code this. The first step is done. Now second step is int I equal to 0, right? I less than n plus plus I. Then transpose is what? For int j equal to I plus 1, j is less than n plus plus j, right? Plus plus j. Now again, oh, we didn't complete this, right? We didn't complete this. Mat of I n minus j minus 1 equal to temp. Assign temp to, okay. In temp equal to mat of I j. Mat of j I equal to sorry, not this j I n e, sorry, mat of I j with mat of j and I. This is what the transpose is, and mat of j I equal to temp. That's it. These are the two steps. So let's compile it. Let me submit it. So here the test cases are passed. So the time complexity will be of n square. Okay, I hope you've got the solution. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. What is wrong here? Let me submit it once again. I plus 1. Everything seems good. Yeah, the test cases are being passed now. Okay, thanks for watching. Let's quickly see the C++ code. I'll also attach the code in the description section. So here it's all like there's no change at all. Only the change here is mat.size. There it was in Java, it was mat.length. Okay, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video. I wish you a happy, healthy, wealthy, and a great day. Thank you so much.